Well, hey there, girlfriend. Have you ever wondered, how does confidence really work? Well, I'm going to share that with you in today's video. Hi, my name is Ingafay. I'm a direct sales diva and confidence coach. And in today's video, I'm going to share the biggest secret about confidence. It's not what you think, girlfriend. Well, I wanted to share this with you so it could be a benefit you in your confidence journey. Secondly, we're going to talk about how your confidence is developed. It may not be how you think. So we're going to get down to the bottom of that in this video. And then last but definitely not least, I want to share with you how to get more confidence so you can walk out your dreams and do the things that you desire to do. We'll also share that in today's video. So what is the biggest secret when it comes to confidence? Well, I wanted to let you know that confidence comes from a Latin word that's called fidere. And fidere means to trust oneself. So when you are confident, actually trust yourself to do whatever you're desiring to do. So I can think of a time where I was kind of unsure about myself. I had decided to participate in a bodybuilding competition, y'all. Had never done anything like this before. Was an aerobics instructor, had been an aerobics instructor for years, but this bodybuilding thing was really taking my fitness journey to another level. I was required to eat in a certain diet. I had to work out twice a day. At that particular time, I lived in Blacksburg, Virginia, which is very cold during the winter. So I found myself running in the morning. I used to run in the snow, y'all, something I probably would have never done before this. Run in the snow, and then I would have to actually lift weights at night. That was my whole routine during the time that I was training. And this went on for probably about 5 to 7 months. So it was definitely a time for transformation. I achieved things that I never thought I could during this time because I really put myself in a situation of success. Pretty much everything my trainer told me to do, I did it because I was all about achieving. The ultimate goal was for me to win my competition. Meet Miss Virginia Tech 1997. So I was ecstatic about that. I had never won anything like that, but it was definitely through the work and determination and the confidence that I had developed in myself because of the work that I did that allowed me to pursue that dream. Then I think of a time here recently in my life where I facilitated a summit of 21 6 and 7 figure experts. Now, I can tell you, I have never done anything like this. The majority of the people I hadn't even met before. So I was really stepping outside of my comfort zone when I did this, but I did it anyway. I had a framework to follow, and I pretty much did everything that I was told to do in that framework because I had the mindset that whatever it took for me to get it done, I was going to do it. Have you had that type of mindset with some of the things that you've done? I'm sure if you have, it is definitely going to change your life. I can think of another way that I've developed confidence is when I moved to several different cities. I'm originally from Virginia, and over my lifespan, I have lived in maybe 4 different cities. And because I've lived in 4 different cities, it has really allowed me to come up with some of a system when it comes to moving to a different area, finding out different things that I knew to help me really feel comfortable and at home in this new city or area that I was living in. Just little things like finding a hairstylist and finding a church to worship, even going to find a gym that I could actually get my workout on, because I knew that was something very important to me. Over the span of time, because I've actually done this 3 times, I developed a framework or a system on how I was going to acclimate myself to my new surroundings. I know when I first moved from Blacksburg, Virginia to Nashville, it took me about 18 months to get acclimated to my new environment. Then when I moved from Nashville to Bloomington, Illinois, yes, I was up in the cold, it took me probably about a year to acclimate. And then the last move that I did is I moved from Bloomington to Mobile, Alabama. And that's when I was really able to put in my techniques. And it only took me 6 months to actually transition and feel comfortable in this new environment. So over that period of time, I have really been able to understand and develop how confidence works and the frameworks that are needed to bring it to fruition. So what I would love to know is, what are some of the things that you're working? What aspirations do you have in your life that you want to work to achieve. And that's why you want to know how this confidence things work so you can know what to do to achieve it. And I'm actually going to share that with you a little later in this video. But be sure to comment below and let me know, what are you working towards, girlfriend? What are some of the things that you want? Is it a business goal? Is it some health or fitness goal that you're working towards? Or if it's some kind of life dream that you have that you want to bring to fruition? Comment below and let us know what you're working on. How is confidence developed? One way that confidence is developed is through our environment. My parents were educators, and as a result of them being educators, education was very important to them, and they wanted to make sure that my brothers and I made sure that we had our degrees. Our life plan was figured out based on our parents' experiences. They told us to go to school, get a degree, then get a job at XYZ company, work for that company for 30 plus years. And then after that 30-year period, then you could get your gold watch and retire. That plan was laid out for me. I knew what it took to do that plan. I saw people that were successful doing what I just described. So I know the desired outcome. I knew if I followed that plan, I knew what kind of outcome I would get because I had seen so many others, my family members, my neighbors, my circle of influence. I've seen people be successful in that type of venture. During my entrepreneurial journey, it was a little bit different because I didn't have a whole lot of people to model, or I didn't have a whole lot of proof in the pudding that this entrepreneur thing would work. A lot of people had told me that they wouldn't recommend that I do it because it wasn't guaranteed money like a job. It was truly a journey of the unknown. But I realized as an entrepreneur, unlike my employee experience, parents had done that before, my family members had done that before, so I knew what the journey looked like. An entrepreneur journey is an unknown journey. We're only given the next step. And when we're given that next step, the step that comes after that is only revealed after we do that first step. So it became very evident that I had to somewhat walk in the unknown and walk by faith and not by sight when it came to being an entrepreneur. I had to build my business and be guided by imperfection. And when I say that, I had to take imperfect action, not a common thing that we're taught to do. We're taught to go to school and get good grades. And when we do something wrong or if we fail, it's seen as a bad thing. But as an entrepreneur, it's not a bad thing. Really, it's not a bad thing in life in general, because when you fail, you're actually learning something. Just think about when you actually succeed at something, are you learning? Are you expanding your comfort zone? Are you growing as a person when you succeed? The answer is no. But when you actually fail, you are learning and growing and developing into the person that you're destined to become. You're actually being molded by your failure. So it's in our best interest to fail forward to success and fail as quickly as we possibly can, because the faster that we fail, the more success that we'll have. You don't want to be in a predicament where you're always succeeding, because if you're always succeeding, that means you're not growing. So how this confidence thing works is that it works like a muscle, girlfriend. And that failure is actually increasing your muscle size for you to be able to trust yourself more and more. You continuously put yourself in those uncomfortable positions. You become comfortable being uncomfortable. And as a result of that, you're able to do things that most people aren't, because they're not willing to put themselves in a situation they know nothing about, or they fear the unknown. So walk out your fear, walk out your doubt, because on the other side of that fear and doubt is freedom. And it's the freedom that you will gain as a result of trusting yourself to do things that you didn't think you would ever do. Actually start working on this confidence muscle. You have to work on your mindset as well, because these actions that you're taking are definitely outside of the norm for you. So you have positive mantras and chants that you have to say to yourself to replace the negativity, or really the thoughts that you once had about something that you didn't know how to do, to a thought of, well, I did it when I was bodybuilding. I can base my decision on that. That was unknown to me. I did it and was successful. I did it on my summit that I did with those 21 6 and 7 figure experts. I did it then, so I can do it now. I did it when I moved 3 times and had no idea about the area that I was moving to, had no family, but I did it then, so I can do it now. that is the type of muscle that you're building when you step out of your comfort zone and that you want to continue to build day by day. Now, before I go over how to become more confident, I want to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading a video every Thursday for your viewing pleasure. I don't want you to miss a beat, so be sure to subscribe so you'll know when the new video comes in. So to get more confident, you are definitely want to get comfortable being uncomfortable and to do it afraid. I know that when I was growing up, I have always been able to dance. And pretty much if there is a line dance that needs to be learned or some little jig that someone is teaching, I can pretty much do it pretty quickly. Knowing that about myself, I don't have a problem going out on the dance floor when my husband and I go to various different types of balls and trying to figure out how to do a line dance while the song is still going on, because I can pretty much guarantee you before the song is over, I will have it down. And you know, most songs are what, 2 to 5 minutes? I'm a quick learner and I will figure it out. And I know that about myself. So I'm willing to put myself out there and look crazy for a couple of seconds until I figure out what they're doing. You are going to have to put yourself in that same type of situation if you want to grow your confidence. Say you want to be more confident in public speaking. How can you do that? Well, the way for you to be more confident in public speaking is to public speak. You can choose little baby type of public speaking events that will allow you to grow your confidence. This could be maybe reading a Bible verse at church or speaking in front of a small group while giving some kind of business presentation about your product or service. But you have to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation for that skill to grow. That's the only way that you're going to get good speaking. When it comes to being confident on stage, it's the same thing. You're going to have to put yourself in certain situations that will make you speak on stage. Of course, anytime you speak on stage or anytime you speak in general, you want to make sure that you have an outline that you can talk about. I know even with this video, I had an outline of what I was going to speak about. And as a result of that, I'm able to speak from that outline, not saying that it's word for word, but something that I can actually look at. And because I see that word, I know what I'm going to talk about. You want to have that same kind of setup when it comes to public speaking or even speaking on stage, having an outline of what you're going to talk about and then be able to freely look at it. And then for whatever reason, if you get nervous or if you're get off track, you can definitely go back to that outline that you have to regroup and be able to go to the next point. Say you're wanting to learn how to be confident riding a horse. So is actually getting on the horse and riding it and continuously doing it and building that skill and building that trust in yourself that every time that you get on that horse, you may even fall off. But because of you falling off, you're going to figure out how to stay on. And that failure is going to help you grow into being a great horseback rider. The thing that I want to share with you for anything you do to gain more confidence is that you want to do it afraid, number one. You want to take baby steps. If you fall off or you fail, dust yourself off and then repeat the process. And just keep doing it until you get it. You just keep doing it until you get it. And trust me, you will get it if you are consistent, because when you stop doing it, you have to start all over again. I can remember when I did my first video, I was nervous as I don't know what, and it took me a lot of energy to force myself to do it, to overcome that negative self-talk that I was saying, how I was looking crazy on video and how people really didn't want to hear what I had to say. You know, all of the things that we tell ourselves when we're doing something new. It takes so much energy to overcome that. But when you constantly do it, those voices started to become muted and more voices. You did it yesterday and you did it the day before that. So why can't you do it today? Just know that the more you do it, the better it gets. You just have to keep doing it. If I can help you in your journey of building your confidence and growing into that person that you're destined to become, I would love to do so. I have details on how you can connect with me via a discovery call to find out if we are a perfect match when it comes to me holding you accountable and helping you grow into the person that you're destined to become, and if we should actually work together. So check out the link in the description if you are interested in setting up a call. It's totally free where we can actually get to know one another and determine if we are a good fit. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.